From the New York Post, animal sacrifices on the rise in Queens. Chickens, pigs being tortured in twisted rituals. The story, my friends, has been going around over the past weekend that migrants are hunting and eating animals in run-of-the-mill neighborhoods. And here's a viral video of what appears to be a black man with a goose. Now, I got to tell you, you don't know who this guy is. You don't know where he's from. I don't know that we know he's a migrant. Maybe someone does or whatever. He's got a Canada goose. An entire goose. I don't know. Look, Americans eat geese. You know, someone super chatted just a moment ago that it's Canada goose season. They're allowed to hunt them. Migratory birds are federally protected. So, you know, always check your applicable laws. But this is crazy. And people are blaming migrants for these strange rituals. The New York Post says animal sacrifices are surging in Queens, with chickens, pigs, and rats being tortured, mutilated, or killed in twisted religious rituals in parkland surrounding Jamaica Bay, the Post has learned. In a little over a month, at least 9 wounded animals or carcasses have been discovered in the federally managed Spring Creek Park in Howard Beach and the Jamaica Bay Wildlife Refuge in Broad Channel, including 5 live pigs with partially severed ears. Creatures recovered from the revolting scene also include a near-dead baby rat tied up in a bag with chicken bones, freshly decapitated chicken head, a live hen in distress, and a dead dog with his neck snapped. Jeez, man. What the heck? It's continually getting worse. The animal sacrifices are happening more repeatedly, more times a week. Sloan Quealy, co-founder and president of Zion's Mission Animal Rescue, told the Post, the sacrificers know it's open season. One of the distressed pigs was found emaciated in a food-filled crate in July, with a deep gash running down its face and its body covered in oils and spices. Were they trying to cook it? Said Kristen Latuga, who has taken in all five of the ailing swine at a Long Island animal sanctuary, Brucey's Angels. These poor pigs, what are they doing to them? If they're not eating them, what are you doing? Several rescuers and local religious leaders suggested the torture was linked to a sect of Hindu devotees who worship the goddess Kali and have practiced animal sacrifice in the surrounding area, in the area surrounding Jamaica Bay for decades. It's a misconstruing of what the scriptures about conquering animalistic values. They've twisted it and they've sacrificed an actual animal rather than sacrificing the animalistic qualities of man. Okay. Well, this story is certainly going viral because you've got these other stories of like people are claiming Haitian migrants. Look at this one. This is from 2022. Migrants killing dogs, stealing from homes prompt some Texas border town residents to arm themselves. And here's the Daily Dot. Why do right-wing influencers think Haitian migrants in Ohio are eating people's pets? The false claim comes amid growing debate over immigration in Ohio. I love how they just say the false claims. Well, I certainly don't trust a lot of these videos. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they've reported on weird animal sacrifices. 2 years ago, they already reported on dogs being killed and pets being stolen. So when someone says it's happening in Ohio, it's within the realm of possibility. Here we go. Prominent conservatives are blaming recent immigration from Haiti after a woman in Ohio was arrested for allegedly eating a cat. The only problem, the woman has lived in America for the past 6 years. What? No one said she didn't live here for some time. They're complaining that she's a migrant here who now eats a cat. The allegations arose over the weekend after right-wing users on social media discovered a 27-year-old woman was charged last month with injuring animals, prohibitions concerning companion animals, and disorderly conduct. The woman, Canton resident Alexis Telia Farrell, reportedly stomped on the cat's head to kill it before eating it in a residential area in front of multiple people. Wow. Okay. When one user asked whether drugs were to blame, Ian Miles Chong said, worse, Haitians. Huh? The talking point rapidly spread across X, leading many to suggest the woman's actions were linked to her alleged Haitian heritage. Is she actually? Is this lady Haitian or from Haiti? They do this crap down there. I'm hearing stories about cats and dogs being eaten thanks to illegals. You know what, man? I'm not a fan of this stuff. I wouldn't come outright and just be like, it's a false story, says I. But I would come out and be like, dude, I get sent videos all the time. And if I can't find the source, I just don't talk about it. Or if there's not widespread commentary. So in this instance, there's a challenge as to whether or not this is a widespread thing, right? But I do have a lot to say that I think is funny. And so people are claiming that migrants are, there's another video of a seagull, and there's some guy who's got it by the neck, and a woman takes it from him and like goes to rescue it. I don't know that I actually care about any of it. I mean, seagulls are they're just birds. I don't know. Like, you eat fish. I guess it's just not normal for us that people would do this. I will warn, it was I think the passenger pigeon. People in like New York used to go out with nets and just catch a bunch of them and then eat them. And now they're extinct. They want to try and revive it using, because it's 100 years ago. They want to revive it using the DNA from like bones they found and then combining it with rock pigeons to recreate the passenger pigeon. So maybe there's a reason why we don't do this. Jack Posobiec says, there are no laws in Haiti about eating cats. Again, that being said, this post, Trump running from Haitians while holding 2 cats. I don't know, man. I got to be honest. This one I think is getting a little too silly. Like, you get one story about a cat, and everyone runs wild. And I'm like, by all means, if it's true, but you got to give me a little bit more than this. In the wake of the 2 stories, other conservative influencers shared unverified screenshots from alleged social media channels in Springfield claiming residents knew about and had seen other animals being eaten. But despite the claims, no evidence suggests the woman in question is an illegal immigrant from Haiti. That's what I'm like. I haven't found anything suggesting that. So I just say I don't know. Not a single media report on the incident alleges the woman is Haitian. And a simple search reveals that Farrell has been a registered voter in Ohio for the past 6 years. So she's a citizen. She could just be a woman who went crazy. That kind of stuff happens. Now, that being said, with the narrative that is emerging, we have Savannah Hernandez saying, still can't get over this Haitian dude walking around with an entire goose like it's a freshly prepared bag of Chick-fil-A. We are so cooked. But hold on. Why? All right, look, I said to an extent, though, it's kind of funny. This dude eating a bird is more normal than us going to grocery stores for plastic-packed, hormone-grown, overweight disease meat. Is this just like reactionary? Oh, this is not a normal thing to us, so we don't like it. The question I have here is, are you allowed to hunt Canada goose? Someone super chatted saying you are allowed to. Are you allowed to hunt Canada goose? Let's pull that one up. Yes, you can hunt Canada geese under certain conditions, but they're protected by federal law for most of the year. Can I just pull this one up? I'm sorry, man. I can't play this game with y'all. Here's a guy carrying a goose. The only questions I have is, did he legally hunt the Canada goose? That's it. Because if he killed it out of season and they're federally protected, well, then he's committed a crime, right? Hunting season. You can hunt Canada geese during the hunting season and within specified parameters. Okay. I don't know what state that guy's in, but I'll just click the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources. They say changes were made. What is this? Canada geese. Allow destruction of geese nests and eggs during closed season. Wow, interesting. Depredation orders have been deployed to allow destruction of geese nests. Here's the thing. Do we know for sure this guy's Haitian? What if this guy's American? Like, what if this is just some like American dude in South Carolina who just got back from a hunt? I mean, maybe not. I don't know why he has that attaché case and he's wearing khakis and sneakers. But at the same time, it's like, what's the real concern? Honestly, like, if he was wearing a red flannel and he had like a Ruger 1022 or something, nobody would bat an eye. They'd be like, oh, goose hunt. Okay. But there's a guy who's black and they're like, is he a Haitian migrant who's eating a goose? And I'm like, I don't care. We have foie gras. Have you guys ever had foie gras? You go to the restaurant, they take geese, they jam a tube into its throat or ducks, and they pump it full of corn and oil. It's disgusting. They disease the bird, so its liver becomes inflamed and fatty, and then they harvest it and spread it on bread or whatever. Let me tell you what's not normal. You go to the grocery store and you've got yellow styrofoam chicken wrapped in plastic. The chicken is 4 times bigger than an actual chicken bird is. It's this weird, like, it's pumped full of hormones. It's nasty. The horrible conditions of chicken. I'll tell you what's even worse. You want to know why I feel we're so cooked? Let me lay it out from the beginning again. You're allowed to hunt geese. It is not. This photo doesn't mean anything to me. I think it's funny. Like, people are like, look, he's got a goose. He doesn't seem to be a hunter, so I get it. But you're allowed to hunt geese under certain conditions. And it's funny to me that people are going to go to McDonald's and get, who knows what this thing is, the pink slime chicken nugget, and be like, this is what people should be eating. Yo, let me tell you. So at our Maryland property, we've got fruit everywhere. It's amazing. And at the new Freedomistan property, there's no fruit anywhere, and it sucks. But it's really amazing. At we called it the castle. You got grapes everywhere, probably millions of little grapes. They don't taste too good, but food's food, and they're not as bad. It's got like a weird grassy kind of flavor to them, and they're little, small with seeds in them. They're called frost grapes. They say you're supposed to freeze them and they taste better, but whatever. We've got pawpaw for days. Pawpaw, it's like an avocado, banana, mango combined. I'm not a big fan of how they taste, but they're not bad. Like if you needed food, it must have been wild out here for the settlers to be like, woo, pawpaw season, let's go. It's good food. We got wine berries. It's an invasive fruit. Okay, so let me tell you. We also have chickens. We have eggs. When I would bring people to the show and I'd bring them outside and be like, check it out, we got blackberries. And I'd grab a blackberry off a bush and just pop it in my mouth. People would be like, whoa, can you do that? Can you just eat these? And I'm like, what? Let me grab a handful of wine berries. They're delicious. Eat them up. And like grab a pawpaw right off the tree or off the ground. No, doesn't look gross. Rip it open. You've never grabbed an apple off a tree and just eaten it? And people, not everyone, but a lot of people would be like, can you do that? There's a viral video where a woman was like, my friend came over to my house and she opened my fridge and she saw lemons in the fridge. And she goes, why do you have lemons in your fridge? And she was like, because I use them for cooking. And she goes, no, but like, why did you buy lemons from the store and put them in your fridge? And she was like I said, because I go cooking. And she goes, no, you have a lemon tree outside. There's lemons everywhere. And she was like, yeah, but you can't just like grab them and eat them, can you? And she's like, yes, you can. Okay, so this is what's wild to me. First, if there are people who are coming to this country and they're breaking the laws and they're killing animals illegally, that I get. If they're not assimilating into our culture properly, totally get that. What we want is for when migrants come here to be legally tracked so that we can make sure they're into areas where the economy can be stabilized and they're following our laws. That being said, this image alone doesn't mean much to me. If someone steals someone's cat and kills it, I got a problem with that. Okay. Fox reporting this 2 years ago. This is literally 2 years ago. Migrants killing dogs, stealing from homes. Yes, very, very bad. Don't kill people's pets. Okay. Don't sacrifice animals. This is very weird. But the point is, you've got people sharing photos like this, 1 million views. And I'm like, guys, understand. It should not be normal that we eat plastic garbage food, okay? That you go to the grocery store and you're eating dinosaur-shaped chicken waste. We don't want to be eating, look, so I was at a store and they had these great sauces, canola oil. I'm like, I'm not going to eat that. I'm doing fresh olive oil from now on. Seed oils, none of that, okay? I'm not here to entertain people breaking the law, not in the least bit. If this is a guy who broke the law, then arrest him. But it's like, it's just a guy with a goose. You know what I mean? But I do have this video for you, okay? Springfield, Ohio resident sounds alarmed. Haitians are in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck, cutting off their head and eating them. I just want to pause again. If it's illegal, it's a problem. But duck hunting is a normal thing, okay?
I think it's like kind of odd that like a guy like me has to come out from doing what I do on a daily basis to have fun because I see what's going on in these streets. And I see you guys just sitting up there in them comfy chairs and suits and I'm getting out here every day and I'm broadcasting this and you guys are just sitting up there in suits or something. Like I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into... They flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from it. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. And I don't even want to seem like I'm coming down on the immigrants because it's the people that's bringing them down here because wherever they're at, that's what they're used to, bro. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. Like, y'all get the Highway State Patrol down here every week, and then y'all get like a task force for the Highway State Patrol, and they look for guns and they look for dope and this and that and the fourth.
So I want to stress this, okay, my friends. Let's divide this into two different categories. The first, we should not be normalizing the garbage food we eat. We should not be eating the seed. I'm not a doctor. Talk to a doctor, but I try to avoid seed oils to the best of my abilities. I don't eat fast food. I did have some Taco Bell a few months ago, but we're done with Taco Bell. I try to eat better. Olive oil, avocados. I'm trying to reduce animal fats. So my point is, I'm not going to look at a guy with a goose and be like, he's got a goose. I'm going to be like, we hunt geese all the time. Let's actually separate these two things. What this guy's talking about is they're not assimilating properly. They are getting welfare checks. They are not abiding by our laws. They do not understand our culture, and it's creating serious cultural clashes where people are disturbed and do not like the local ducks in the park being killed, not to mention migratory birds are protected. This I agree with. When the guy says, bring the highway patrol down here and deal with this, I agree with it. That being said, let's go back to the Daily Dot when they say, why do right-wing influencers think Haitian immigrants in Ohio are eating people's pets? Well, I don't know about pets. Okay, that's a fair point. I don't know about that. I do know, here's a video of a guy complaining about how these Haitian migrants are coming up, grabbing ducks, breaking their necks and eating them. And we don't like that stuff in our community, and they should be assimilating it to our culture, I suppose, is the main point. But I agree. And I can respect that. The problem, as I've long said, with mass illegal immigration is that, I put it this way, fighting to sneeze here, give me a second. Donald Trump said something similar, and I agree with him. He said, we want everybody to come to the United States, but you got to come legally. I've long said this. Every single person in the world, every single one is welcome here. Yep, that's right. Open the doors and then place 2 guards at the doors to check your paperwork, your proper filings, and to tell you when we're full and we're not. What I mean to say is, this was Donald Trump's point. We like immigration. Immigration's a good thing. Some people don't like it. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people who are like, no, there's too much. We need a moratorium. Donald Trump says, we want immigration, but it's got to be done legally. And I agree. If you have legal immigration, you have the best of the best coming to this country. I love it. Imagine this. I love using the Nigerian migrant example. The successful individuals in Nigeria make money, file to come to the United States, get to come here. They should get to come here because they're smart, successful, and they make a lot of money. That means they're going to be economic benefits. They're going to abide by our laws. They appreciate our system, and we need more of that. The mass illegal immigration is disruptive to our laws, to our culture, and to our function of government and society. We can't have that. So I say, everybody in the world, apply. And then walk to the door and knock, and we'll tell you if you can come in. And it means usually the answer is no. Because there's a finite amount of space where we can adequately accommodate economic growth in this way. I can break it down for you. Real simple. The U.S. economy can't handle this. We're not having enough kids. And so what's happened is, in the past 20 or so years, because we saw this coming, in the 2000s, fertility rates were below replacement. They've started saying, we just need to bring in more and more people from other countries to fill in the gap, to make sure the jobs numbers grow and our economy can continue so the fractional reserve petrodollar system can be maintained. But it is a balloon that will pop. Don't work. This is what you're seeing now. It's the chaos. I don't know why they think they can save it. I'm like the deep state, the neocons. I don't know why they think they can save it. They can't. This is not going to work. Donald Trump, on the surface at the very least, has the simple plan. Secure our borders, bring back our jobs, reinvigorate the American people. We need to bring this country back to a strong position. Otherwise, opening the doors and saying, bring everybody in because we're desperate for the numbers, just means destabilization and collapse. So, there you go, my friends. Oh, man. Ugh. I got allergy season in the fall and the spring. It gets me hard. But I'm going to wrap it up there. Smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel. Share this show with your friends. And become a member at timcast.com to support our work. We got one more segment coming up for you in just a minute. Got to give a shout out to Matt Walsh for tricking Robin DiAngelo into paying his producer reparations. This is awesome. The story's from yesterday, but it went viral and I want to talk about it. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all in the next segment at 6 p.m.